The way I do it, if the guy stands, I always have to have one arm. And I double my hooks against one leg. I go here. Because here right now, I can start working with that shoulder. I bring it down. From the shoulder, I go for the hip. Once I get the hip, I pull that shoulder to the ground, and I start pointing to the ceiling. You see how the elevation is with the knee? Here right now, it's an easy finish. Okay, now I don't keep my leg extended because you can't get caught in a leg bar. As you do this, you're gonna have to kind of bring your leg back in. But in a normal situation, let's say here, just to answer your question, start down, you're down here. I start to engage into a butterfly, and the guy was able to separate and get up. So here, you pick a side, pull that shoulder, look, his weight is off. Now your elbow blocks that shoulder and redirects his weight. Do you see how he's floating? Hip control. You kind of circle out of the way a little bit, and when you kick and pull the guy, bring your leg in. From here, what I do, I go for the Kimura frame for some of you guys here. I flip, I don't try to go on top. I try to control here because when I frame deep. If he tries to turn towards me, he's stuck. Okay? And then here, I slide one knee under the guy, and my other knee fishes for his chin. Here right now, either I'll tap him on the choke, or use that chin fish. I stretch and separate the arm. When I roll, I have the Kimura ready to go. You see that transition there? So I never let the guy go. So when you do a submission, you have to set the submission in the transition. If you do that, your success rate will be much higher because you're anticipating the guy. It's like I flip the guy, and now the guy is all defensive. Then I have to kind of open the guy up and try to go for submission. Now I'm setting him up. But the idea here in a nutshell, if I was going here and he stood up, see, I have this and this. No matter he tries to go on top, look, it's easy for me to bring it here. I direct the guy that way. Do you see how my elbow deflects him? See what I did here? Go back one step. I had the cup on the shoulder, then the elbow. Okay? And now when I kind of lift him here, I frame him. The frame, even if you don't want to tap the guy, is a good control because if he tries to, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to try to roll out on top of you. The frame is not with the hand, is with your wrist. You see, that's what I call the frame. I do this, like I X my forearms. It's way stronger because he tries to push me and turn. He can't go beyond that. If he's not careful here, and he lifts, do it again. If he lifts too much up, my knee comes under him. When I go under, I can kind of set up an arm bar as well. But because you want to make people miserable, when you get to this one, stay there, fish for the guy's chin, pull his chin up because his throat is exposed, and basically here, you kind of like lock your other leg over. It's like a triangle squeeze, or you stretch him out, like hold something with your arm to protect your arm. Yeah, no, grab your arm together like you protect your arm here. So I squeeze his neck, then I stretch his chin. Look what happened to his arm. He breaks the grip. Now here, I keep that chin pressure, hand on the ground, I still have the frame. Once I switch back here, it's all she wrote. Sorry. You guys good with that? I don't know for some of the students if this would be too much of a gradient for you to cover in terms of your learning curve. But all it takes, here real quick, you don't have to do the Kimura. This is something for the record. Okay, here real quick. See, he stands up. Let's say I go this way. I kind of have both hooks on the same leg. See, he tries to push this leg out. I pull his head out of the way, and then I keep his head out of the way. You see, just the elbow alone does the job. But I still like to go for the hip here. Okay, I move under him, lift him up, and I frame. And then from there, you can do whatever you want. You guys cool with that? Okay, so I'll give you the cue. If you're going to do that, the white belts, you need a little bit more space, make sure nobody falls on top of one another. You guys cool with that? Okay, so let's start together. So we can all walk through. We're going to see the guillotine escape afterwards.